What up? What up? What up? We in the building. We in the building. It's your homie, Mr. BoA. The spook that sat by the door is in the building. The homie Ray B is on deck. Jonathan A, what's good, bro? Good to see you in the building, homie. Ray B, no doubt, B. I appreciate you being in the joint, man. Spook, I appreciate you being in the joint. Let's give the people a few minutes to be in here, man. I'm gonna cut the mic off for a minute, man. I need to run in the kitchen. Y'all give me a second here, man. Be easy, homies. All right, we back in the building. No doubt, Ray B. Looking forward to it, homie. Looking forward to it. Awakened Samurai's in the building. What's good, bro? I see you back in the building, man. Good to see you back. Give the people a few minutes, man. I'm gonna cut my mic off, man. We'll chop it up in the chat for a couple of minutes while I finish knocking off this little meal, man. Y'all give me a second. Verily I say unto you is in the building. Shalom, bro. The boss 2G. Appreciate you being in the joint with us, man. Homie says first time in here, man. It's a good one to be in on, man. I appreciate you being in the joint. Richard McDowell Jr. Good afternoon, my brother. What's good? No doubt, Ray B. Nubian King talk. We're gonna get the people about 3 more minutes. China White was good. Shout out, seeing you here working at the wrench for me. Doing the do for dad in here like it's supposed to go down. T. Williams, what up, T? Y'all bear with me here, man. I'm trying to finish up that quick snack before we go on. We got 2.5 minutes here. It's a great topic, man, from one of my patrons. Appreciate y'all getting that Nicki Minaj video popping like that, man. I got one coming on later today, man. Probably right after this stream. It's going to be entitled, Why More Women Are Side Chicks Than Main Chicks. Or probably Why More Women Are Side Chicks Than Wives. All right. My bad. Banging shit around. Let's give the people a few more minutes. Actually, about another minute and a half. DeRay Vicious is in the building. What's good, bro? Udain Allah, what's good, brother? Good to see you in here, man. Peace to you. Clive Thomas, I appreciate you being in the joint, bro. Appreciate it, man. Wash down this meal with some good old distilled water, man. Oh yeah, Ray B, you know how I get down, man. I ain't been posting that on the gram on my Newman King Vegan channel too much. I got a bunch of stuff saved up. I just hadn't posted anything, man. Actually, I'm gonna post a couple pics today. Some good wholesome meals, man. Not necessarily vegan, but plant-based. Nice minds. What's good, brother? Up in the Alphasphere with us. Fred B. What's good with you, bro? Will B from the D. My homie friend the D is in the building. Man, boy, I'm telling you, man, not like the H2O, bro. I'm telling you. I don't see how people don't drink it. And how do you not drink water? But I guess if you're drinking tap water and the Sunny and Aquafina and things like that, water don't taste good. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Let's get it in, homies. We in the building. Welcome back to another episode of the High Alpha 2 Show. I'm your host with the most, Mr. BoA, a.k.a. Book of Alpha-Ronomy. Also known as Nubian King Vegan, Big Fat Bob and Bobby Stay Lean, depending on what time of year it is and how fat I am. And be looking for new music at the top of the year, man, from D'Angelo's The Don, the true king of R&B. I know you heard the little cat Jacquees saying, man, he the king of R&B and all these other cats. There is no real R&B being made right now. I am the savior of R&B. So let's get into this thing, man. Today's topic comes from a patron, the homie Tim Johnson, who is one of my most supportive patrons, man. I mean, I got a lot of cats I can say that about though, so I won't even use that distinction anymore, man, because there are a lot of cats, man, that really show me a lot of support, man, and I appreciate everybody. So, you know, if I've got to make a list of them and give them all the distinction. I'll probably make a Patreon shout out to my supporters video, man, here soon. It's coming from the homie Tim Johnson, and he says, how do you control a woman's mind so that she'll allow you to be intimate with her on demand, like whenever you want to? How much do you get into a woman's mind, manipulate a woman's mind in order to allow her, in order to get her to give it up to you whenever you want it? Now, his wording is different, of course, you know, but he says, so that she'll allow you to break her back on demand. Now, as I told the homie, this one is going to be fairly toasty. The first thing that you have to understand, more than anything, is that you can only do this. Well, I don't want to say you can only do this. Your chances of doing this are greatly increased if the woman has chosen on you. If she did not choose on you, and you instead cold approached her or went and tried to sell yourself to her, you have an uphill climb from this point. If the woman chose on you, you're halfway there. All you have to do is establish your alpha energy in her presence. I am telling you, any woman has nothing but one way to respond to true alpha energy. Listen, even the most ratchet of women is going to bow down to alpha energy. Not saying that she's not going to, maybe have some things going on in her mind about how she can get from under the alpha rule, because the ratchet chick has a mind that does not function normally. But even her, initially, she's going to bow down to the presence of the alpha male. If your energy is truly alpha, this is how you tell if a man's energy is truly alpha. If women don't come into contact with you and submit to you, then you're not alpha. You just say you're alpha. If you got to use game and all that shit and buy gifts and all that, you're not alpha. That shit happens just from your energy, man. The energy itself, I'm telling you, man, any man who has had this experience can tell you. I am not the only man who has this experience with women. So I know when you hear me say it, now I might be the only one talking about it, at least that I've heard. I might be the only one talking about it on this platform the way I talk about it. But there are many men who experience this same thing. They talk to me in the comments. They subscribe on Patreon. They send me PayPal donations. They send me emails. They do all of these things because they have experienced this just as well as I have. As a matter of fact, they do experience this just as well as I do. So let's get into Tim's topic. The title of this particular show is going to be, hey, where's my title? Hold up. How controlling a woman's mind will make her body submit. Now, we're not going to talk a whole lot about her body, because if you do these things when it comes to controlling and manipulating her mind, her body is going to submit. So the end result is her body submitting. So we don't have to tell you anything about that. We're going to speak on it a couple of times about how you should handle her body. Nappy Assassin is in the building. Now, you know what? That's a good angle right there, man. And it is an angle that I used to use when I was have I ever used that? Let me see. Yes, with certain women but I don't deal with those type of women. You know, if you have to give her the illusion of choice, then she's probably feminist. She's probably one of those independent-minded women, and I don't deal with those type of women. But yeah, those women right there, obviously Nappy Assassin has had some experience with those types of women who need that illusion of control, to be able to, submit. So let's get into this. This is the primary thing. Even no matter what woman you're dealing with, if you're dealing with the feminist, independent-minded woman, as Nappy Assassin says, and I've dealt with many of those women myself. But I dealt with those women as I've been on this shit since I was a kid, though, man. My mama forced me to be alpha, man. She didn't leave me no choice. It was in me. Had to be in me. But she forced me not to waver from it. So no matter what woman you're dealing with, the first thing you have to do, you have to establish your control from day one. From day one, from the very onset of the interaction, you have to establish your control from day one. Now, you may say, well, how do you establish your control from day one with a woman you just met? You establish your control over yourself from day one. You don't fall for the games and fall for the lame inclinations that the average man falls for. You don't let her manipulate you with the promise of sex. You don't let her manipulate you with the promise of anything. You don't allow yourself to be manipulated. So when I say establish your control from day one, I don't mean establish control over her from day one. I mean establish control over yourself from day one. You know how many men the average woman meets? How many of those men you think are in full controls of themselves, full control of their desires, full control of their lust, full control of their ability to resist whatever temptation she's throwing their way? Very few men are in that state. Lamar Hudnall is in the building. What's good, brother? Salute to you. Very few men are in that state. And even fewer men care to be in that state. So she does not meet a lot of men who are in control of themselves, completely in control of themselves, where they are not allowing themselves to fall to any foolishness. There is no beta male energy in him because he is proud and confident in his alpha energy. So do that from the beginning. Establish your control, but your control of yourself. The second thing, you must control your alpha energy at all times. You establish it from day 1, but what about day 2? What about day 15? What about day 30? You must control your alpha energy at all time, and I'll tell you why. Of course, I'm assuming that you, like me, are not going to even entertain a woman who obviously is low quality. So I'm assuming that any woman that you're going to entertain is going to presumably have some quality to you. The woman who has quality, she's the reason that the beta male is always caught up trying to build a relationship, trying to build something that's not there, falling victim to whatever it is, caking her, whining, dining her, taking all these places because he sees her value as well. So it's not that the woman does not have quality. It's not that she doesn't have value, or I say quality. It's not that she doesn't have quality. It's how you respond to the quality. And if you don't control your alpha energy, you're going to start thinking beta male thoughts. You're going to have you're going to have itty bitty beta male thoughts like, maybe she's the one. She's different from any I've ever met. Maybe she's a good girl. Maybe I found a wifey type. Maybe I should view her differently from the rest of them. I should believe everything she's saying. I should assume that if she's telling me anything, it's the truth of the truth of life. You're going to start having those itty bitty beta male thoughts like that because you're not controlling your alpha energy. You have to check yourself. We call it self-check. If you self-check, you ain't never got to be checked. So you got to self-check. Make sure you stay on top of your energy at all times. Rule of thumb is this. If you're about to do something or say something and it feels like it might be beta, leave that shit alone because it is beta. Alpha endeavors, alpha thoughts, alpha ideas, alpha words, alpha actions. None of those things feel beta. They don't even feel close to beta. You can't even mistake them for being beta. The homie C Doug is in the building. What up, homie? You simply cannot ever do anything that feels like it might be weak. You simply have to avoid it. That's why you got to be so adamant about controlling your alpha energy. Because the moment you allow yourself to start doing weak things, they become normal. It's kind of like the moment you start, that's how people get overweight. If you allow yourself to eat crap, it starts to become a normal part of your day. You start to look forward to eating that crap. You start to think about eating, and every time you think about eating something, you think about crap. It's the same thing. You start doing those little beta things and those little soft, weak things, and before you know it, you're like, that wasn't so bad. She still seems the same. I still feel the same, kind of. I still look the same. That stuff's not that bad. And before you know it, you go from doing a level 1 weak activity to doing a level 3 beta activity. And before you know it, your whole life is flipped around. It's 3 months in, and you're a totally different dude when it comes to dealing with her. You know what I'm saying? And it all started because you didn't maintain your alpha energy from the beginning. You must not, it is a job to maintain your alpha energy in this world, bro. Because not only do you have women who don't want to take on the task of dealing with an alpha male long term because it's tough, you got the beta male simp manginus in whatever he calls himself. Sigma, Omega, Beta, whatever he calls himself. You have him who is totally against you and spreading rumors and shit to the world that you're another type of man than what you are. They say we chase women. They say we need to be validated by women. They say that everything about us is about other people. They say we can't be alpha unless we have other people validating our alpha. That's what the word is on us. Now, all the good qualities we have, them niggas done decided that they gonna pass them out and divide them amongst themselves. So all of our true alpha qualities, they attributed to them damn selves, and now we got all the sucker qualities. You understand what I'm saying? That is what they're doing out there. So you have to be the one. Nobody else. You ain't gonna be going to no room of people and they're gonna be like, yes, all hell the alphas. Hell no. Very few places in this world, and the alpha sphere is one of them. The alpha sphere is the primary place that we men who live this way, look this way, act this way, think this way, talk this way, and are spiritually aware this way can congregate amongst ourselves and not have to deal with that crazy energy just out there. Lawrence D. Adams is in the building. What's good, LD? I appreciate you being in the joint, man. So you have to understand, man, that once you establish your control from day one, and the thing is, establishing your control from day one should come easy. It's just you just coming in, being who you are, controlling yourself. The thing is, and this is for me too. This is for me too. I mean, the alpha done data. It's easier for me to establish my control of myself when there ain't no bad young tender chick around. Be honest with you. Now, if I'm dealing with her, of course, it takes a little bit more focus for me, because her energy is there. And my energy makes her energy be even stronger because it pulls it out of her in a way that she doesn't try to suppress it. So her full own feminine energy is there. The reason why the majority of men don't have these issues having to hold back from women like this and having to make sure they're on top of their game is because the full essence of the femininity doesn't come out because they're too willing to submit to the woman. So the woman don't have to let her full feminine energy come out. If a woman's full feminine energy comes out around you, you can't submit to it. It's too feminine. It's the true definition of femininity. No man is going to submit to the true definition of femininity. But if you allow her to take on some masculinity, some masculine energy, of course you're going to submit to that. Everyone submits to masculine energy. That's just how it is. If you give your masculine energy away and somebody else takes it, you're going to submit. That's just what it is. So let's get back into this. In saying that, never accept dominance from your woman. Never accept dominance from you. I don't care what the situation is. Nigga, I don't care if you broke and she rich. You understand what I'm saying? If I was the dude, the hood dude, let me be the hood dude and Nicki Minaj come back down that way, man, trying to get with me. I'm going to straight dominate her mind, homie. She ain't going to be able to tell me nothing. She going to be straight submissive. 100% submissive. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm never going to accept no dominance from no woman at all, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as a free man, there are certain situations that men are in this society where they got to accept dominance. I'm never accepting no dominance, man. Never accept dominance from your woman, man. Because if you accept dominance from her, you accept the submission to her. Her dominance equals your submission. And once you submit, she'll never respect you again. Once she can dominate you, it don't matter what she hold over your head. If she hold money over your head, if she hold sex over your head, if you're involved in criminal activity and she holds snitching on you over your head, it don't matter what she hold over your head. You must not allow yourself to accept dominance from your woman, man. Keno's entity is in the building. What's good, bro? DC Dub, what's good, homie? Salute. No doubt, man. Alphamatics. Real talk. And I'm going to tell you how difficult this is because men accept dominance from their women without even knowing it. Anytime you compromise control. You understand? Man, I make all the decisions. And I make them quick. You know what I'm saying? This is how simple it is to start giving control to your woman. See, that initial control starts to turn into dominance rather quickly because you get comfortable with the control. Any little question. I'm hungry. You hungry? Let's eat something. Okay, let's go over here and get some of this. And then they're going to be like, well, I don't want that, blah. Let's go. But that's what I want. Let's go. See what I'm saying? The small things that you feel like you need to compromise make the big things automatic compromises. You understand what I'm saying? The very moment you compromise a little thing, you suddenly compromise everything. And that is where men fall off at. Think about this. Think about a woman saying, and some of these fools out here have women trying to submit to them, and they won't even accept the submission. Let's say you're about to go out to eat with a woman. Y'all about to go somewhere, and she says, "Where we going?" And you be like, "Well, it's whatever you want." Bam, right there, you submitted. It don't sound like it, but right there, you've already submitted. That's a level of submission, man. That's a level of telling her, "No, I don't want to control it. You control it." You just passed control over to her. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wants you to control it. That's another problem out here. A lot of men have women who want them to control. That's why a lot of men say, "Well, women don't submit. Women don't submit." You just don't know what the hell submission is. You think submission is jumping when you say jump. Submission starts from there. For her to submit to you, she has to respect that you're going to make the decision. You're going to make them firmly, and you're not going to be questioning yourself about the decisions. That's what dominance is. That's how you control her mind. You control her mind by making her relax her mind. If a woman is hard against you and her mind is made up that she gonna resist you, ain't nothing she gonna do. She ain't gonna never submit to you. She ain't gonna never submit her mind or body to you. None of that. You gotta make her feel so comfortable, man, that she just relax. That she don't even think about making no decision no more. Whatever go on, she just asks you. That's what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to the point where that woman want to think of, whatever she's gonna do, even if that shit ain't got nothing to do with you, she make it have something to do with you. She asks you everything. When she's gonna go get her hair done, she show you two styles. Which one of these you like the best? And you got a choice. You can say something like, "Well, it's your hair. Whatever you get, I like it." Bam. You just ruin some shit. This is how strong your control of the scenario has to be. This is how focused you have to be on being in the domineering position, because I am telling you, we all know if you give her an inch, she gonna want 2 inches. If you give her 2 inches, she gonna want 3. If you give her a rope, she gonna try to be a cowgirl. We know this. All of us know this. We know for a fact this is how it goes, man. Mr. Barlow is in the building. What's good, bro? So when you think about this, the simple thing is thinking about all the principles that we know. We know all of these principles. We sit here and talking about them now while we fucking single and ain't got no woman. And then as soon as you get in a relationship with a woman, you forget it all. Start going listen to Derek Jackson and shit. You understand? Go buy a Steve Harvey book or something. Start watching Lifetime movies. All this information you got, you just give it away when you're in the presence of a woman, because it's easy to talk it. It's tougher to walk it. You can talk laying in the bed. Walking is exercise. There are quadriplegics that can talk, but they can't walk. You can talk the talk, but if you can't walk the walk, your ass in trouble, homie. And that's the overwhelming reality of this scenario right here. So another thing is this. You can't control your woman. The problem with a lot of men out here, they want to control the woman. You can't control the woman. She's a person. You can only control a person with physical force or intimidation. Like, you can't look at anyone and say, "I'm gonna control that person." And then you sit, hey, there's this movie called Dinner for Schmucks, where these successful people, they had a contest every year where they were finding these quacko people, these weirdo people, man. And just seeing who could bring the craziest one, the funniest one, the weirdest one. And these people were doing this little thing where they thought they were actually controlling each other's minds. You know what I'm saying? These people are weird as hell, man. If you've never seen that movie, man, go watch it, man. It's called Dinner for Schmucks. Go watch it, man. It's funny as hell. Blow one and watch Dinner for Schmucks, man. If you don't blow, watch it anyway. Now, it ain't gonna be as funny to you. It's gonna be funny, but not as funny as if you blow one. So let's peep game, man. Let's get into it. You can't control your woman, just her energy. You can only control her energy. So stop trying to make control a domineering physical thing. It is not a domineering physical thing. It has nothing to do with physicality. It's all about energy. That's how a big joker like Biggie could control Lil Kim so much. We talking about the young Lil Kim. You know what I'm saying? Not this light-skinned Asian lady she turned into now. We talking about the young Lil Kim. That's how Biggie could control her. because it is not about a physical thing. It is about the energy. And how do you control her energy? I can say that. Well, it's easy to say, Mr. BoA. How do you control her energy? I'm going to tell you how you control her energy. You control her energy by making sure your alpha energy is up to snuff. Her energy responds to yours. Her energy responds to yours. It's not even about her. She doesn't decide to make her energy respond to yours and submit to yours. It just happens. So if you're not getting a submission response from women, then you're not bringing no energy. Your energy ain't right, man. You need to go back, brainstorm through all my content, and get your energy right. Anything that says energy in essence, as a matter of fact, you need to go to bookofalpha-ronomy.com and download every single audio lecture that's on there, man. Get them all. I'm telling you, if you get them all, it'll change your life. Get them all, listen to them, apply them to your life, and your life is going to be different, bro. It's going to be 100% different because you have to control your own energy, and she's going to submit regardless. So you can't control her as a person. You can only control her energy. Another thing is this. You can look at your money. You can look at your cars. You can look at your credit score. You can look at how many degrees you have. You can look at your investments. Look at all the clothes in your closet. Look at your amazing physique. All of those things together aren't as valuable to you as your dominance. Your dominance is the most valuable asset you have. A woman will have a man who's dominant, who ain't got none of that other stuff, and submit to him because his energy is there. His energy is there. And she'll take a man who has all of that other stuff and has weak beta male mangina energy and only use him for what she can get out of him. Take his money and still talk to him bad, or even act like she want to be nice to him just cause he paying his way. Your dominance is, like the homie Alpha King said, your dominance mindset is your most significant asset. Nothing you have, nothing you ever have will outweigh the significance of that mindset. That's period. If you're just joining me, man, this is the High Alpha 2 Show. I'm your host with the most, Mr. BoA, aka Book of Alpha-Ronomy. This particular topic comes from a patron, the homie Tim Johnson. And his question is, how do you control a woman's mind in order to make her submit her body to you? Number one was establish your control from day one. Number 2 was never accept any dominance from your woman. Number 3 was you must control your alpha energy at all times. Number 4 was you can't control your woman, just her energy. Hers will respond to yours. Number 5 is your dominance is your most significant asset. And number 6, I just saw somebody up here earlier say, let me go up here. I just saw somebody up here say, let me see. This is going to be a perfect response to that too. I'm trying to find it up here, man. Oh, Nappy Assassin said, give her the illusion of choice. Number 6, never let her fake control. One of the worst things you could ever do is let her fake control. It'll benefit you for a little while, or it'll seem like it'll benefit you for a little while, because she'll be easier to get along with. Now, this mostly applies, like I said, man, to feminist women or independent-minded women, those women who say, I'm independent, I don't need no man. See, I'm not going to even deal with a woman who say, I don't need no man. If she don't need no man, hey, man, she can get somewhere. But if that's the situation you're in, you can't let her fake control. You can't give her fake control. You can't give her fake dominance. You can't give her fake confidence in her ability to manipulate the situation. And there's only one reason for this. There's only one reason for this. she can't tell it's fake. When you give her fake control, in your mind it's fake, in her mind she controls shit. And once she wraps her mind around the concept that you let her control anything, she's going to want to control it all. They're addicts for control. Control is her ultimate goal. Any control you give her, she ain't never going to say, well, no, that's okay. I don't want any control. Once you give her a taste of control, any control, you have to understand you can't tell her it's fake control because she's going to know it's fake control. She's going to be like, you trying to fool me. It ain't going to work the magic you want it to work. But if you don't tell her it's fake control, she going to think she got real control. And the moment you give her control, she going to come a little bit more combative. She going to become a little bit more adversarial. That's just how she functions. There is no other way to describe it, man. This is just a part of the nature of women, man. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's a true thing, man. This is how it is. I wish I could take every man back to their 6-year-old selves and be able to give them all the information in my mind from the time they 6 to the time they 12. And the world will be a totally different place right now. Because many men wouldn't have the regrets that they have from the past for dealing with women the wrong way. From trying to equalize the relationship that they have with women. From trying to do, they wouldn't do it, man, because it's not necessary. You reap no benefit from it. Yeah, I ain't never really seen them submit to evil energy, man. Those chicks that roll with evil energy, they already evil. You know what I'm saying? Like the average chick don't want to be nowhere around no nigga that's a killer, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. The average chick don't even want to be around a D-boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about chicks who got things going on in their life, man. Like I don't deal with hood rats. So honestly, man, my experience with hood rat, man, is from when I was 17. You know what I'm saying? 18, 19. My experience with hood rats ended at that point. You know what I'm saying? When I went to school, my experience with hood rats ended. You know what I'm saying? When I went to college, man, my experience with hood rats ended. Because I saw a different type of chick. I saw a chick who was focused. I saw a chick who wasn't loud, who ran rambunctious. I saw a chick who was focused on, who had a plan for her life. And not some scheming on some dude. So once I got to college, man, my outlook changed a whole lot. Before that, I didn't have that outlook. I had the same outlook as that. Like, women like serial killers and they like prisoners and they like hood cats and they like... No, they don't, man. For real, they don't. They want you to have some hood in you. True enough, I ain't gonna lie now. I mean, that's benefited me tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Being from that environment, man, being shaped by that environment. But being the type of man who was not engulfed by that environment. So... there's more to me than just a hood nigga. As a matter of fact, the hood is like 40% of me. The other 60%, man, is, well read, well versed, well traveled, well schooled. You know what I'm saying? Well educated brother. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually founded brother. So when you get to a certain level of women, man, all that hood and evil and serial killer stuff, man, that stuff don't fly no more, bro. So. Let's get back into this, man. So you can never let her fake control because she don't know it's fake. And she gonna try to get more and more control. Yeah, I mean, but there's a certain level of women who do flock to that free truck. There's a certain level of women who do flock to that. And, I know some. I've known some. That's real talk. See Book of Productions, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Salute to you, my brother. See Book of Production with the super chat up in the joint. Let's get back into this thing, man. Number 7. Base your masculinity on self-confidence, not stuff confidence. If you didn't feel like a man until you got some money, or until you got a car, or until you got if you didn't feel like a man until you got success, then you still don't feel like a man. You hiding your lack of manhood behind stuff. If you didn't feel like a man until you built your physique up, you still don't feel like a man. You hide your lack of masculinity behind your physique. If you didn't feel like a man before you got validation from women, you still don't feel like a man. You're hiding your lack of manhood behind your need for feminine validation. See what I'm saying? You got to base your masculinity on you. If you strip down to your very least compound, you still got to look in the mirror and say, man, I'm a hell of a man. That's how I'm able to just start another business. Go, just say, you know what, man, I'm finna go balls in on a new business. Because even if I hit rock bottom, I'm still Mr. BoA. I'm still Mr. BoA. I was born Mr. BoA. What in this world gonna change me for who I am when I was born? I was born this, homie. This is who I am. Nafari, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Brother says salute to my brother BoA, the Alpha Squad, and our little sister China. Here's a little something to help finance this top-notch high-level game. Keep serving it up, man. I appreciate that, brother. The OG Nafari, is in the building. OG Alpha Nafari, is in the building. Appreciate the super chat, brother. When you base your masculinity on stuff, you're more like a woman than you are a man. You see, women base their femininity on their beauty, on their hair, on their nails, on their skin, on their makeup, on their clothes, on their car, on their little apartment or their house. They validate themselves with stuff. And when you think about that and think about how many men we know collectively that validate themselves with stuff. Another thing that women use to validate themselves is attention from men. Men giving her attention gives her all of the validation in the world. They love it. That is why Instagram is full of the quote unquote IG models. Before that, that was the quote unquote video models or the video girls, whatever you want to call them. And between the two, since the beginning of time almost, there have been the strippers, the shake joint models. So you see, anytime you as a man validate yourself this same way, you are not functioning in masculinity. You're not. You're simply not. So if you're going to build yourself up, if you're going to get your money, if you're going to treat yourself like a king, if you're going to treat your body like a temple, stop eating that crap, build your body up. If you're going to educate yourself, whatever education means to you, if you're going to educate yourself and build yourself up like that, do it for you. Do it because you want to look at an alpha male in the mirror. Don't you do it for the sake of getting no validation from no woman. Don't you understand? She is just par for the course when you do those things. It's kind of like when you're fit and you're healthy and well, you're gonna have a longer life. But you're also gonna have more women. When you pay, you're gonna have an easier life. But you're also gonna have an easier time with women. You see, they are just a benefit of a lifestyle. Just a benefit. Mr. Juice, what's good with you, brother? Good to see you in the building. Mr. Jackson is in the building as well. Eastside is in the building. So I say to you, man, that you must base your masculinity on yourself. You should have been a man. You should have been masculine. You should have felt confident before you ever had any of that stuff. Nigga, you should have felt that in high school. You mean tell me you ain't feel like a man in college? You mean tell me you ain't feel like you were the prize in college? You feel like you got to buy stuff and get stuff and build yourself up to be the prize? Come on, man. It's not masculine. So number 8, there must be consequences and repercussions for her being combative, for her being adversarial, for her creating negative energy. There must be consequences and repercussions. And you ask yourself, well, what can the consequences and repercussions be, Mr. BoA? You can't fight her. You can't do it. See, if your mind went to fighting, then you're a sucker. If your mind went to something physical, you're a sucker. This is what I'm telling you. If you do these first 6 things, establish your control from day one, never accept dominance from a woman, control your alpha energy, make sure that you're on top of your energy so her energy will respond to yours, make sure you know dominance is your most significant asset, never let her fake control, and base your confidence and masculinity on yourself, not your stuff, she is going to submit. She is going to. But as a woman does, she is also going to challenge you along the way. She is also going to challenge you along the way. Period. That's just what they do. She is going to challenge you. She can't not challenge you. It doesn't matter how submissive she is. There's going to come a point where it's just in her nature to challenge you somewhat. And the consequences and repercussions from that, any woman who's submissive to you is in love with your presence in her life. I say that again. Let's cover this, man. Let's get into spitting this real alpha talk right now. Any woman who submits to you values your presence in her life. So how do you give her consequences and repercussions? You deprive her of your presence for periods of time. You deprive her of your physical presence. If she needs more, you deprive her of your physical presence and contact. If she needs more, you put her completely on ice. Now, you may look at it and say, man, women don't care if you don't talk to them. They got options. They ain't got no alpha options. If your mindset is she got options and you just another option, this ain't the stream for you. This shit is too advanced for you, man. You need to go back and look at some. Go to bookofalpha-ronomy.com. China White, throw the link to bookofalpha-ronomy.com in now. Go to bookofalpha-ronomy.com. Go in there and buy every single audio book in there, man. You need them. You need them. Because I ain't covering that stuff no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't covering that stuff no more. We're past that stuff. But it's still there for you in case you need it, man. So there must be consequences and repercussions. And if you've made it to this point, you already know what the consequences and repercussions are. She loves to have you around. She loves to talk to you. She feel bad when you're not around. She miss you when you're gone. You understand this already. S. Brown is in the building. What's good, brother? Yes, sir. Now, number 9, you also have to reward her for resisting those urges to go against you, to test you, to see what she can get away with. You have to also reward her when she does things that deserve to be rewarded. This is the point that's the breaking point for most men crossing into the alpha threshold when it comes to dealing with women. In order to cross over that alpha threshold, you have to understand that there is a time to reward and there is a time to punish. There is a time for both. The majority of men have some deep-seated hatred or some deep-seated need to pay women back for something they dealt with before or some of that crap like that, man, and they end up not even being able to reward a woman when she deserves a reward. And if you saying that a woman don't never deserve reward, let's take a moment of silence for you while you get the hell out of my stream. Because you ain't got good sense. Everybody does things that deserve to be rewarded. And if a woman is doing those things, she deserves her just reward. If she's doing the opposite of those things, she deserves her consequence or repercussion. That's just how it goes. And a whole lot of brothers ain't going to tell you this because a whole lot of brothers don't feel like this. But then a whole lot of brothers out here, man, feel some shit in their mind toward women that I don't feel. And I ain't never had no reason to feel it. I don't have no animosity toward it. Listen, even the women from my past. Listen, even if I had the past that some of these dudes had where they were in these long-term relationships and the woman married them and cheated on them and took all their money and all that, I still wouldn't be mad at the woman. It might take me a little while to get over the situation, but the woman herself, I still wouldn't be mad at her. That was just the way I had to learn, or you had to learn, whoever went through that. That was just the way you had to learn about the nature of women. It's not like if you had a different woman, the nature of her was going to be different. It is not. The nature of women is the same, but you avoid that by getting on top of your alpha energy and making sure that her energy responds to yours. You only have to deal with that other stuff when your energy is not up to par. When your energy is not as masculine as it should be, she is not going to submit to you. She is going to give you those issues that those men had. She is going to, listen, if you're a man, when the hell you upset because a woman would never marry you? She ain't never want to commit to you. You see how beta that is? Now think about yourself now. Are you really even concerned that a woman don't want to commit to you? Is that something you want? Are you going to cry? Are you going to even ask a woman to commit to you? Man, listen, if you're going to ask a woman to commit to you, man, you need some help. Now, I do consultation, but I don't know if I can help people with mental issues, man. Like, I know somebody who can. I can refer you to somebody. You know, I can refer you to a true mental behavior counselor, man, because you need some help. But none of us in here are in that boat. So what I am saying is you have to be able to do these things because you are not emotionally caught up. And this is the thing. This is the thing about emotional availability. I'm about to give y'all some game now, man. This is the realest shit I ever said about emotional availability. I've never said it before, but I should have. I should have always covered this about emotional availability. When I say emotional unavailability, we all think about being emotionally unavailable to the women that we know now or the women that we meet in the future. But we all forget to make sure we're not emotionally available to the past as well. You have to make yourself emotionally unavailable to the past where all your pain and hurt and disgust and frustration comes from. You have to make yourself emotionally unavailable to those things that are holding you back from growth. And all of those things are in the past, man. So emotional unavailability covers every facet of life, your past, your present, and your future. So don't forget the past, man. Don't forget that thing that's got you, when you think about it, you still get upset, you still get third eye hot, you still feel hurt, you still feel sad, you have to detach yourself from that stuff. You can't even move on to emotional availability moving forward because you're still so emotionally available to the past. You can't be emotionally unavailable to one aspect of life and not be emotionally unavailable in the other. Emotional unavailability is a full encompassing thing, and it either covers your life or you're emotionally available in every facet of your life. And that's the way that goes. So, brothers, do not forget to detach yourself emotionally from your past as well. Let's keep it moving. Number 10, remember, her duty is to contribute to your goals. Her duty is to be your helpmeet. Her duty is to do whatever you need her to do, whatever you want her to do to enhance your life, not vice versa. It is not your job to contribute to her goals. It's not your job to even consider her goals. It's not your job to make sacrifices for her goals. It's not your job to give motivation for her goals. Her goals are none of your concern. Your goals are your concern. And if she's your woman, then your goals are her concern as well. Now, see, that's a tough thing to find in this particular society because women have their own thing that they want to do. You got to read the Nicki Minaj comment, the comments to the Nicki Minaj video I just put up, man. You got to read the comments in that. Man, there's some wild things being said in there, bro. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do these chicks really believe this? Nah, they don't really believe it. They don't really believe it. They just talking. They playing with me. They don't believe that. Shh. Homie, they believe that. I'm telling you, they believe it. And you have to keep in mind, man, to understand that every time we as men allow ourselves to be put in a situation where we believe that stuff, then we're not doing ourselves any great benefit. You cannot believe that it is your job to. Every man I ever known who's done that got burned in the end. Every man I ever know who took a woman from the bottom of the barrel and help her rise to a pedestal, she always changed up on him at the top. Because it is a very submissive, subservient, it's a way of life that gives her dominance over you. If you build your life around her dreams, aspirations, and goals, man, you are submissive and she is dominating you. S. Brown, I appreciate the super chat, bro. S. Brown said freedom and control of our life should be our ultimate goal in life. That's why alphas can't be comfortable working a job and be submissive to women. Bro, real talk. S. Brown came with the true essence of living as an alpha. Freedom and control of our life should be our ultimate goal in life. That's why alphas can't be comfortable working a job and being submissive to women. That's the basis of all of this. To get to that point, as stated by the brother S. Brown. I appreciate the super chat, bro. And the alpha words. You can never be a woman's helpmeet. Think about how that sounds. You're her helpmeet. You're going to help her meet her goals. You're going to help her meet her quota. You're going to help her build herself. You're going to help her build her life. You're going to help her build her business. You're going to help her build her family. You're going to help her build her legacy. See, that's the type of thing that makes you be a stepdad. The greatest example of a man being a helpmeet to a woman is being a stepdad. You are coming into a scenario saying parenting is your thing, Shada. These are your children. But guess what? I am going to help you in that endeavor. Nothing is more submissive than that. And even if you let a woman tie you up and handcuff you to the bed, man, and you submit like that and let her dominate you in like that, if she's a dominatrix, man, and you enjoy that, that's less submissive than being a stepdad. Because you obviously actually enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? That you obviously feel, great joy doing that. Submitting to a woman and let her crack you with a whip and brand you with a cattle prod and shit. You obviously feel great about that. But how can you feel great about being a woman's helpmeet to raise another man's child? It's weak, man. So let's keep it going, man. Number 11, never allow her to control the frequency nor intensity of sex. Now, I know that sounds crazy. Because the woman got the body, it's her body. You can't force her. You can't make her. You can't do. Let me tell you something, man. Stop trying to save these hoes. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Stop trying to say all these things, man. Let me tell you something. The way you don't allow her to control the frequency nor intensity of sex is by never allowing her to use it as a weapon against you. The only time women do that is when you've let them use it as a weapon against you. That's the only time they control the intensity and the frequency, man. Once she feels your alpha energy, man, she gonna want it all the time. You ain't gonna be able to go around her. Anytime you look like you want it, she gonna be ready. Period. The only woman, man, in my life, man, I've ever had turned me down, man. Not even on a regular basis, but turn me down even occasionally, is a woman, man. She was feminist. This was years ago, man. She was feminist, had that independent mind. In the back of her mind, she thought niggas ain't shit. And at the same time, she had been molested as a little girl. Look at all those obstacles that woman had. You know what I'm saying? Those are all the obstacles she had to even embracing her own sexuality. So to say that every now and then, and it wasn't that it was just that there were times when she just didn't want it. When she had all that stuff on her mind, about what happened in her past and what kind of interaction she had with other dudes and how it was jacked up and how all this, I'm telling you, bro, she was in her own head sometime and just didn't want to do it. It ain't that. I ain't never been, like, we're going to do it here. We're going to do it there. There's just sometime, man, she was just in her head. And to be perfectly honest with you, during no time right there, I didn't press the issue, because the one time I did press the issue doing that, man, let's just say, man, it was not one of my favorite experiences. I just say that. So, other than that, outside of having those type of mental issues, those type of issues from the past, man, that need to be dealt with, you can never allow her to control the frequency nor intensity of sex. You understand? You can't allow that. And I say this. Another way to put that is like this. Always break her back, even when you're so-called making love. Don't do no slow love making and all that crap with no woman, man. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Even if she say she want it, don't do it. I'm telling you. I ain't never in my life, ever in my life. And like I said, man, earlier in my life, man, I've had a bunch of experiences with women who are in relationships, and that I just did that. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I was younger, dumber, and full of cummer. But I have never encountered a woman who had a man and was trying to get with me because her man was breaking her back too bad and she needed me to take it easy on her. Ever. I've never in my life met a woman who said she tired of getting her back broke. She don't want nobody to break her back. She don't want her weave sweated out. She don't want her perm sweated out. She don't want none of that to happen. She don't want to be walking like a cowboy. She's only out here searching for somebody to make slow, passionate love to her. If you met that woman, put a one in the chat for me, homie, because I ain't never met her. And I've lived in 6 states, and I'm about to be in my 7th. Put it in the chat, man. Put it in the chat. Tell me right now. I'll wait a minute. Anyone who's ever met a woman who said, well, my man at home, he be bringing it to me thorough. He be punishing me. I mean, when we get done, I can't hardly move. All I do is go to sleep, my thumb in my mouth. But I just want somebody who's going to take it easy on me and make slow, passionate love, then cuddle me when we're done. I'm going to keep on going because I'm waiting to see who's going to put a one in the chat about that. Because I say, if you know her contact number, call her and let me get her on the show, man. Exclusively Done Entertainment. What's good, bro? She was good. So I'm telling you, man, you have to just be about backbreaking. I ain't never met no woman like that. Even when she said, oh, I'm sore from the last round, she still be ready to go because she be reminiscing how that backbreaking felt. See, the after effects of the backbreaking are one thing, but the thought of the backbreaking will make her overcome that, at least for a second round. At least for a second round. Some of these chicks, they have this high threshold of pain. They can even go a 3rd round. But the next day, they be ruined. Now, the next day, you don't let you get a hold to them. If you even wanted to the next day or the next morning. Let's say you wake up early in the morning. She could be like, it's a wrap, homie. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going to, look, she ain't going to even be sitting in the tub. So this is the reality of it, man. No doubt, no doubt, Lawrence, they all want their price change, man. That's it. That's just how it's done. That's how it's done, man. And that is why I say, man, never allow her to control the frequency or intensity of sex. And I say that because if she starts to want to control the frequency and intensity of sex, you'll drop the ball in another area that you ain't even recognizing. You've already started to relinquish control. And because I'm telling you, if you do these things and maintain mental control, emotional control, her body is going to submit. It's going to submit, man. Her body is going to submit. And let her call it love. That ain't what it is, but let her call it that. Stop trying to always correct her when she don't use the terminology that we understand. We know what it is. If you know what it is, it don't matter what she call it. If she says she's in love with you and you know what it is, you know she's just submitting to your energy, that her energy is loving your energy, you know that. You ain't got to tell her and try to correct her and tell her what it is, man. The hell, you an English teacher or something, nigga? You let her say it how she want to say it, as long as you know the facts of the situation. Matter of fact, you don't want her to know the facts. You want her to think what she want to think. Keep the information to yourself sometime, man. I'm tired of encountering women, man, who know too damn much about men because y'all be running your mouth too much to them all the time. Always telling them everything you know, trying to correct their outlook on men. What fool want to correct women outlook on men? Let her think what she gonna think and capitalize on it. Out here trying to change the nature of women. Can't even change your own nature. Let's get back into this thing, man. Number 12. Now that we've gotten our physical part out of here, let's go to number 12. Always assign her things to do. Always make sure she has things to do. Give her a honey-do list. You know how the married joker be getting a honey-do list? The honey-do list is what the woman should be getting. You should be giving her the honey-do list. Give her a list of tasks, a list of things to accomplish. And that way she starts to get in the habit of coming to you to find out what she needs to do. She looks to you to give her information. She looks to you to give her guidance. Okay, Daddy, what am I supposed to do today? What do you need me to do today? What's on my list of, what's on my itinerary for today? What's on my agenda for today? What should I put in my planner? Hell, if you really want to be real about it, especially if you live with your woman, get a planner. Write the shit in the planner for her and tell her check her planner. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it seems like, man, she ain't going to go for that. Yes, she is. Most women like structure. Most women like structure, but most women aren't structured. If a woman doesn't have a career, like she got a couple of degrees, at least a master's degree, and have some serious shit that can be called a career, because there's no woman with a bachelor degree who got a career. There ain't no such thing as a career with a bachelor's degree. I'm just letting you know that now. You can get a job, but you gotta have at least a master's to have a career. I'm just being honest with you, because there are certain levels that you need to make it to within your particular field. Like, you can't have a bachelor's degree in psychology, man, and have a career. You got to at least have a master's. At least a master's. There's certain qualifications and certain licensures that you need to have that you can't even get without a master's degree. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have a career without a master's degree, and that's the reality of it. I ain't even saying you can be rich with a master's degree. I'm saying you can have a career. So what you have to do is understand that she likes structure anyway. So if you got a list of things for her to do, man, make it neat. Put it in a planner. Give her something to walk around. She'll feel busy. She'll feel important. She's out with her planner. She's doing the things you want her to do. And when she does all those things, of course, like I said in number 9, you reward her occasionally for compliance. You have to reward her for compliance, man. That's anywhere. That's why when she goes to her job and comes on time and does her job and leaves on time and comes back on time from lunch, they reward her. Women love to be rewarded when they do something that's worthy of reward, man. That's the bottom line. The problem is, man, we have to stop trying to elevate women to our level. You know what I'm saying? If you're alpha, even if you're masculine, you ain't even got to claim alpha. Just be a 100% masculine man, and she ain't gonna never be elevated to your level. She don't want to be on your level. I truly believe there is some truth to the fact that women are becoming more dominant and more masculine because when men are becoming more effeminate. Nature will balance itself. If men become effeminate, nature is going to force women to become masculine because the world must be balanced with masculinity and femininity. And humans are the only ones who keep trying to, mess around with nature's balance. All the other animals do what they're supposed to do. The males are males, the females are females. A male lion doesn't want to have no cubs. That's just the reality of it. Sharif Ukdar, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Sharif said, what's good, King? Been on my hustle, just showing my support. I'm still around. No doubt, brother. I appreciate you coming through, man, making your presence known, making your presence felt. Appreciate the super chat as well, brother. So these are things that we have to understand, man. This is what we have to understand. I can't even see the likes, man. Obviously, the likes ain't right, man. Let's get the likes up on the video, man. This is top-notch boss game right here, man. I feel like, man, the least everybody can do is shoot me a like. Hit the thumbs up, homies. So that way, she'll identify you as the rule maker. See, the task maker is the rule maker. And before you know it, she settles into that role. Because deep down inside, this is what she wants. She wants you to control the scenario. Your woman wants you to control the scenario, man. She wants you to tell her what to do. And once she sees the results of what you told her, she's going to be more and more likely and more equipped, prepared to submit to you and follow your guidance, follow your lead, bro. This is the reality of it, man. Number 13. Teach her that you come before everything in her life. Teach her that. You must teach her that you become before everything in her life. If she has children, if you have children with her, rather, even the children, she must put you before the children. You cannot view her as your woman until she puts you before the children. She must put you first in her life. She ain't even got to put God first. That ain't her job to put God first. It's your job to put God first. Hey, that ain't her job. It's her job to put you first. And that's why this can't work with a Christian woman. Because she's never going to put you before her holy Jesus. She's not going to put you before him. Never. She's not going to do it. She's gonna put her holy savior Jesus way before you all the time. You're not gonna be able to win that battle. So if you can find one man and pull out of that Christian mindset, man, that and she can get off that Jesus juice, then yeah, it's gonna be great. If you can't, you shouldn't mess with church women at all. They're just, they don't bring anything spiritually to the table, but they think they do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the athlete who thinks he's an amazing athlete and he sucks, and then he holds out and demands more money. You know what I'm saying? He holds out and demands more money, but he sucks. That's the equivalent of the Christian woman on spirituality. And that's the reality of it. Hebrew Ben, shalom, my brother. Good to see you in here. Shaheem lately, what's good, brother? And this is the reality of it, man. I ain't making this up. I'm telling the reality of the world here, man. So let's think about this as well. So you must make sure she knows that you come for the children. And this is the thing. You have to, because if not, she has the mindset of a single mother. Only a single mother should think that. You dig? Only a single mother should have that mindset. And you should not even want to be in a situation with a woman who views herself as a single mother. Number 14. And this is for once you're into a relationship situation. With some of these things, a lot of these things rather, are about relationship situations, because you ain't got to worry about controlling one mind if she don't even think y'all in no type of relationship situation. This ain't for you. You just pilling around dealing with chicks here and there. Control the collection and distribution of finances. Control the collection and distribution of finances, because I'm going to tell you something. A woman doesn't respect anything worldly. She doesn't respect anything worldly more than a man who knows how to manage finances. More than a man who can take a financial situation. And this is for early on. This is for early on. You can't just jump up. You've been with a woman 3 years and now all of a sudden you can jump up and say, I think I should start taking care of the money. That ain't gonna work. This got to be established in the beginning. Because I'm telling you, when you meet a woman, every single woman you're gonna meet, it is rare that you're gonna meet a woman who has budgeting under control. It is rare. The only women who have budgeting under control are women who've already gone through a shitload of debt. And they bounce their way out of debt, or they trying to bounce their way out of debt. Those are the only women who have any type of budgeting ideology. But even them, they're not perfect budgeters. You know what I'm saying? They're not perfect budgeters, and 9 times out of 10, as soon as they get themselves back in the black or even back even, they're still gonna go right back to their spending habits. They may not be as bad as they were before. They might watch it a little bit more, but 9 times out of 10, you can automatically walk into a woman's house. You can walk to a woman's house the first time, sit down with her, and talk about her finances, and show her how to trim anything from $500 to $1,000 off of her monthly expenses immediately. She respects that. She never forgets that. She thinks you're a whiz because she's been trying to figure out how in the hell she gonna save some money all this time. She been trying to figure out how to lower her expenses all this time. You come right in, sit down and tell her, cut this out, stop doing this, start doing that, and then you just say the $500 or $1,000 right. Hebrew Ben, I appreciate the super chat, brother. So let's get into number 15. Number 15, always schedule time for masculine activities without her. At least once a week. Always establish time for masculine activities without her. Whatever that masculine activity may be for you, always establish time for it. And don't just establish time for it, establish a day for it. Spend a day doing it. If you hunt, go hunting for a day. If you fish, go fishing for a day. If you shoot ball, go shoot ball for a day. Whatever you do. If you work out, go work out for a day, or go do something. Go work out and then go play a sport. Go do something. Do something to get away and re-enhance and rebuild your alpha energy. Because every day dealing with a woman, you're gonna lose bits and you're gonna lose minuscule pieces, miniature pieces, minor pieces of your alpha energy, and you're gonna need to rebuild it every single week. Because if you don't rebuild it in a year's time, you lost about 25% of your damn alpha energy. And at that point, it's hard to bounce back from 25% down on your alpha energy unless you change your entire situation. You got to leave the woman to bounce back from 25% down. And that's the reality of it. Men don't understand, man, that whatever situation you're in that drains your energy, you can't rebuild your energy in that same situation. You can't. It's impossible. That's the equivalent of somebody, man, who lose all their money in the casino, man, try to go to the casino to win their money back. You can't do that. You can't be in a detrimental environment and then try to turn your life around in that same environment. And that is the issue that a lot of men have out here. So always schedule time for masculine activities without her at least once a week. Right? Next thing is establish the lines that will lead to dismissal if crossed and stick to them. Establish those lines. Let her know that these things are something you cannot deal with. They will not be tolerated. You cannot accept them. You cannot compromise. You cannot compromise them. There is no need to discuss them. Once they are done, it is a wrap, and you must stick to that. You must stick to that all the time. You cannot deviate from that, because once you deviate from it, it's over. It's over. Your control over the situation is gone at that point, man. And that's the reality of it. All right, number 18, if you have children with her, dictate the parenting direction of your children. This is something I would leave a woman over. If it were going to be an issue with me dictating the parenting of our children, I'll just leave and let her be a single mother. I just send money, man. That's the reality of it. I'm not compromising that, because women don't know how to raise no damn children. Women know how to baby babies. They know how to wean babies. They know how to hug babies. They know how to caress babies. They know how to gaga goo goo babies. Women don't know shit about raising no children, especially no boys. A woman knows absolutely nothing about raising boys. So I'll be a little bit more lenient. I'd be a little bit more accepting of her influence over a girl. I really would, because I can't teach a girl how to be feminine. I can teach her how to be feminine, but I can't teach her how to be a female. You know what I'm saying? There's female things that she needs to know that I'm not gonna be able to tell her. But when it comes to being feminine, she's gonna be feminine because her mama feminine. You know what I'm saying? Because my presence is gonna demand that the females in the house be feminine. That's just how it is. But with my sons, I'm not compromising that at all. It ain't gonna be no say. If she wanna have say over it, man, if it's gonna be an issue like that, then I wouldn't be in that situation, man. Like when dudes be saying they be in that situation, man, they be having a hard time with their son mom and with their son's mom and their baby mamas and all. Man, I ain't playing no games like that. She can have it. She can have it, and I provide financial support, then just spend time with him myself on my own. But as far as us co-parenting, see, co-parenting is not even a real fucking word. It's not a real phrase. It don't even mean nothing. Well, co-parenting is a word, hyphenated word. Co-parenting means absolutely nothing. It is a term that is made up. There ain't no co-parenting. Hell, you mean there's a mother and a father. See, if we're business partners, we're both in the same business. We both have the same position. Parenting is not the same. Fathers and mothers are totally different. It is not. They try to make that shit they try to make everything business in this country, because that's all white folks understand. All they understand is money. And so if it doesn't have anything to do with the financial system, white folks don't really understand it. They can't communicate well unless they address money. Number 19, never give her the option to not submit. This is a tough one, because the longer you're with her, the more comfortable you get with her. And so she's going to start being able to, or start trying to manipulate the situation a little bit and act like it's too much for her. At the very moment it gets too much for her, it's time for her to go. It's time for her to go. I got a video coming up, man. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to upload it, man. It's entitled, Why Most Women Desire to Be Side Chicks, Not Wives. It's a great video, and it's going to talk about this a little bit more, about how she just doesn't want to put forth the effort. She don't want to put forth the effort and energy that it takes to build a situation up like that, man. After a while, she's gonna lose interest in working hard at it. That's why relationships fail, man. Because women get to the point where they think they're doing more than they're doing, and they're not doing half as much as they think they're doing. You think about this. If you think you're doing twice as much as you're actually doing, but you're really not doing half of what you think you're doing, you ain't doing nothing. I say that again. If you think you're doing twice as much as you're doing, but you're really not even doing half of what you're doing, you're really doing nothing. Like, you're not contributing anything. You're just a warm body around, man. How crazy is that? Like, how crazy is that? So never give her the option to not submit. If she decides that submission is not the thing she wants to do anymore, then she's just, something's changed. And whatever is changed, you ain't got time to be trying to fix it. I think that's another problem. We always trying to fix things with women, man. For what? For what? Relationships aren't like cars. You can't just go repair it and fix it and everything is great. You know, you can't have a car and put a new motor. You see, a woman ain't like a car. A car, you can go put a new motor in it, man, and have damn near a brand new car. Put a new powertrain in it, and you damn near got a brand new car. You can't do a woman like that. You can't do it. When you replace her, when you put a new motor in her, it's got to be an entirely new body too. So we as men got to stop trying to always save situations, man. Once it's over, it's over. We the ones always trying to hold on to it and work it out, not them. A man is much more likely to beg his woman to stay than a woman is to beg her man to stay. And by the way, I just put a video up called Don't Beg Your Woman to Stay. And number 20. Punchline Jones, what a punch. And number 20. Practice what the fuck I'm preaching to you right now. Don't just listen to it and be entertained by it. Apply it to your life. Apply it to your life. And y'all be looking, man, this I know this book is long awaited, man. Y'all just be looking for it, man. Just be looking for it. I'm not going to even release the title right now, man, because the title is so great. It's simple, but it's great. But it's the type of title where when you see it, you'll pick it up just for the title. Literally, you'll pick it up just for the cover and the title. That's how great the title is. So y'all be looking forward to that, man. Salute to the homie Punchline Jones, man. It's been real in here, man. But let me do a quick recap, man, right quick, so everybody can get everything on the list, man. All right, the topic for today, if you're just tuning in late as hell, actually. This is the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, Mr. BoA, aka Book of Alpha-Ronomy. The title of today's show is How Control of a Woman's Mind Will Make Her Body Submit. It comes from a question from a patron, Tim Johnson. And Tim's question is, how do you control a woman's mind in order to make her submit her body to you whenever you want her to? Number 1 is establish control from day one. Control over yourself from day one. You can't control her from day one. Control over yourself. That way none of her tactics and shaming language and ghosting on you and put, none of that works. And prerequisite for all of this, if you got to let a woman choose on you, if a woman don't choose on you, you ain't going to make this happen. I'm not saying that no man ever has, but what I'm saying, the odds of you making it happen with a woman that you go and pursue are slim and none, man. You cannot do it if a woman don't choose on you. You ain't got to even worry about trying it. Number 1, establish your control from day one over yourself. Number 2, never accept any dominance from your woman, or any woman for that matter. Number 3, you must control your alpha energy at all times. Why? Number 4, because you can't control your woman. You can just control her energy. How do you control her energy? You control her energy with your energy. See what I'm saying? You control her energy with your energy. The more masculine the alpha your energy is, I've done several videos on that, bro. Well, I can't link them right now. I'm live right now. Yeah, Hebrew being, man, I got several videos on that, bro. I think I'm gonna put them in a playlist, man. That's what I gotta do. But anyway, number 5, your dominance is the most significant asset you have. Dominance, control, power, masculinity. Number 6, never even let her fake control. You can't even let her think she might have a little bit of control because she can't tell it's fake, and then you got problems. Number 7, base your masculinity on self-confidence, not on stuff confidence. Self-explanatory. Number 8, there must be consequences and repercussions for her non-willingness to comply to the control of your alpha energy. Number 9, reward her occasionally if she chooses to comply, if she does not try to fight it. Number 10, Remember, her duty is to contribute to your goals, not vice versa. Woman was put here to be a helpmeet, not man. Number 11, never allow her to control the frequency nor intensity of sex. Never allow her to do that. How do you do that? Number 11, always break her back, even when you're making slow love to her, or even when you're making love to her. Never make that slow, passionate, laid back, ooh, baby, I love you stuff, man. Beat her back out, pull her hair, call her name, smack her ass, pinch her back, twist her ankle, bite her foot. Just you got to break her back, man. She'll love it. She'll love it. A woman never left a man who broke her back, man, so she could find a man that does a little bit softer and slower than he does. Never. I never left. Listen, a woman never left. That's enough of that. I could get into more of that, but I won't. Number 12. Always assign her tasks to complete so she subconsciously identifies you as the rule maker, as the boss. Number 13. Teach her that you come before everything in her life, even the children. Number 14. Control the collection and distribution of finances. Number 15, always schedule time for masculine activities without her, at least once a week. Number 16, always break her back. Well, I already covered that, but I'll say it again. Always break her back, even when you're making love. Always break her back. Number 17, establish the lines that will lead to dismissal if crossed and stick to them. Number 18, dictate the parenting direction of your children. Always do, especially your sons. Give a little bit more leeway with a daughter, but with your son, always dictate that. Number 19, never give her the option to not submit. Not submitting is not an option. The only option she has is to submit or be gone. Number 20, last one. Practice what I'm preaching to you right now. Write it on your heart. Write it in your mind, man. Write it on your spirit. This is what you need, homie. All day. This is what you need. So I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been real in the field. Appreciate it 100%, man. It's been a real live show, man. It's been a real live show. I ain't lying. Yeah, if you join Patreon too, Hebrew being, man, I got some stuff on Patreon, man, about pretty much everything you could want. I've got it on Patreon, man, and I'm sure I got a couple of those over there on Patreon, man. So pretty much everything, in any topic you could think of, man, I've got it on Patreon. The Iron Mike, what's good, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one up, man. I'm out like I've been doing lately, man. I'm gonna chop that front end off with all the with all the talking and the waiting and waiting for the homies to show up. I'm gonna chop all that off, man. So you're ready to jump right into it. Just when you come back and play, man, give me like an hour, because it's got a process, and then I'll chop that off, and then that edit has to process. So it probably an hour or so. But I got another video, man, I'm about to throw up. Coming right behind this one, man, just a regular upload. And it's about the side chick phenomenon. Why women prefer to be side chicks than why more women prefer to be side chicks than wives. Charles Omashola, what's good, brother? Oh, no doubt, bro, no doubt. Appreciate you checking in, man. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to skate out this thing, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been real in the field. We'll be back on again, man, tomorrow, man. Same time, same station. You know how we get down. Saturday, I don't know. Yo, tomorrow, man, I'm gonna have China White on the show, man. So y'all be here. I'll start making. I put up I'm gonna load it up early, so you'll be able to see it on the tab. You should get an alert for it, and I'm also promote it on the community screen, man, on the community page. So I'm gonna make a post about it, man. I'm sure she will as well, and y'all be ready to check that out, man. So tomorrow, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll come on an hour earlier. 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be here, man. You will be able to see and finally hear China White on the show, chopping it up with the Alpha Essence, with the Alpha Dundada. It's going to be a great show, man. Very entertaining. Some interesting commentary, man. So y'all be here. Check that out, man. Anyway, man, we're going to bounce on out this thing. Again, that'll be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, which will be noon on the East Coast, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Be here. Be forever banned from the Alpha Sphere. John Doe, no doubt, bro, no doubt. Check it out on the replay, man. John Doe in the building. Appreciate you checking in, bro. So, it's going to be a live show with China White tomorrow, man. Y'all check it out. Be ready for it. I see if I'm going to be able to. Troop Jackson, what's good, bro? We'll be from the D. Peace out, bro. Yeah, man. I found that out myself, will be, man. Most of these boys ain't ready for it, man. They ain't ready for it. They needed to be sugar coated for them. Instead of drinking water like they need to, man, they like drink Kool-Aid every day. But you know it is what it is, man. We coming with it. We coming with it. The growth is coming, man. We growing slowly but surely. We're growing steadily. You know, not necessarily any phenomenal growth, but we're growing steadily, man. You know what I'm saying? Growing steadily. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice little pace going right now. So it's all gravy, man. I don't really have no complaints. So peace out, homie. If you haven't hit that like button and you're still in here, man, go ahead and blast that like button, man. So anyway, man, I'm gonna get on out of here, man, and get this video uploaded for y'all, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. China White, I appreciate you working that wrench for me, shawty. And to the homies, again, man, join us tomorrow, man, where China White will be my special guest on the show. It's gonna be an amazing show. I know you guys will be here. So we're gonna head out, man. Avoid the haters, avoid the fakers, avoid the betas. And as always, alphas up, betas down. Homies, peace.